everyone, my name is Yvette Sato-Halme. I am the owner and founder of KYC Insurance Agency. And so tonight I want to specifically talk with you about a policy that I am quite fond of. It's a supplemental plan that I offer through KYC, and it's very intricate. There's a lot of moving pieces in this policy, so hang on with me just for a moment while I go through all of the pieces with it. But I'm going to start out with the most blaring question that everybody is going to want to know. So I'm going to give that to you first before I even start to talk about the benefits. $4.24 per week is the premium for this policy. Okay? And let's talk about what the components are. This is a cancer policy. If you are someone that have been in remission for at least 5 years, this is a policy that you can purchase. You can have it at the $4.24. As long you just need to show that you have been in remission minimum at least at the minimum 5 years. If you have, there's no additional pre-existing, there's no additional charge that you have to pay. It is yours at full benefit. And the only difference is there is an initial diagnosis component to this particular policy. If you've had cancer before and you're within that 5 years, that of course would not qualify to you. It would not apply to you because you have successfully been in remission. Hopefully stays in remission, but this is an option for you. This plan also has 2 additional riders. One is to add your child. There's a child rider. It is exactly 91 cents. That's included in the $4.24. There's a second rider that's called specified disease rider. It too is 91 cents. So the entire policy, including these additional riders, is still $4.24. Let me tell you the significance of that $4.24. It never changes. As long as you decide to keep this policy in place, this will always be your premium until the day you're no longer with us, or you decide that you just don't want the policy anymore and it's gone. This cancer policy, the cancer component of this policy automatically includes any dependent, any children that you have that are under the age of 26 for free. Whether you have 1 child, 2 kids, or 3, they're all included for $4.24. So this is a huge benefit policy. If you've never been diagnosed with this, with cancer, you do have that initial diagnosis component of it, which pays out, I believe, for individuals about $4,000 to $5,000, and for children $7,000 to $8,000. But I may be off by those numbers a little bit. I should have printed the numbers out, but it's about that same amount. I did have a client that asked me, "Is this for real? Is this really a policy that you have?" Yes, it is. It includes radiation treatment. It includes stem cell. It includes hospital visits, x-rays, CAT scans. You do have to, now one of the requirements is that you do have to do a cancer screening every single year, which we reimburse, I believe, between $75 to $100 every time you do a wellness visit. That one wellness visit per year, you are given $75 or $100, depending on what level you want. This policy comes in 3 different levels. So those premiums can change. Each level offers different, the benefits are offered the exact same benefits, but just different amounts may change. So one may give you $60 for a wellness visit up to $100 versus that. Emergency room or hospital visit pertaining to cancer, policy may give you $100, the other one may give you $200. So it varies. Those are the different levels as far as payouts, but the benefits are the exact same. The very least expensive one is at $4.24. It's an exceptional policy. Exceptional. The coverage that comes with it is unreal. So again, yes, this is a very real policy. But there's another component that I want to focus on. I've already mentioned the specified disease rider and the child rider. The child rider is not for the cancer, but for the specified disease component of this particular plan. Under the specified disease rider comes 31 diseases. 31. Lupus, multiple sclerosis, sickle cell anemia. There's a whole host of additional diseases that are listed on this policy. I am excited about this component of this policy. It is huge. I am and have lived up close and personal to sickle cell anemia all my life. I fortunately am just a carrier. I do not have the disease itself. My daughter is a carrier. Anyone that's in my line is going to be a carrier from my paternal side. Um, and I have individuals and family members that have died from this disease. So because this disease has plagued my family my entire life, it will continue to plague my family. It's a genetic disorder, disease, so it'll always be in my line. My daughter's children will also be sickle cell anemia carriers as well. And as you know, if you get two carriers together, there's that percentage, 50%, I believe, it's a high percentage that your child could also not just be a carrier, but actually have the disease itself. And if you know anything about the disease, it's a treacherous disease. It's harsh, it's painful, and it's unforgiving. It can also be very devastating to a family as well. So with this policy, just full acknowledgement and full disclosure, there is a 2-year wait period for the specified disease component of this policy, of those 31 diseases, not the cancer or anything of that nature, just for the specified disease rider. What does that mean? That means that if you currently have sickle cell, this policy will not apply to you for 2 years at 91 cents. So you're paying, that's about $1 a day. That's about that, $1 a month. So that's about a little less than $12 a month that you will be paying to have this particular component added on this cancer policy. So for 2 years, you're looking at about $24 that you're spending total on this particular component of the policy that you cannot utilize. Let's talk about after that 2-year period has passed. This particular plan will pay you $400 every single day you're in the hospital. And with all of every component of this policy, whether it's cancer, any of the specified disease, all of it pays to you. There's a one-day pay cycle that comes with all of the supplemental policies that I'm going to talk about eventually, but specifically with this plan, there's a one-day pay, which means if you submit your claim by 3 p.m., on one business day, you'll receive your pay the very next business day. It pays directly to you. It does not pay your doctor. It doesn't pay the hospital. It pays you. If you have exceptional coverage and your medical coverage is covering everything for you, that's great. This plan still pays you. This is not a medical plan. This is a supplemental policy that you are purchasing for yourself. So what do you do with that money? Let's say you're in the hospital for 5 days. You just received $2,000. What do you do with it? The insurance is already paid off, but you had to miss work. You still have to pay your mortgage, your rent. You still have to pay your car payment. Maybe you need some medication. Maybe you need to build a ramp or something. Whatever you need to do is your money to do whatever you need to do. If you're in the hospital greater than 31 days, this plan pays you $800 a day. That's 365 days it pays. Yeah. Is this real? Yes, it is real. And how does it apply? What do you do with it? It's your money to do whatever you want to do with it. But you cannot use this plan for 2 years, the specified disease component of it, if you currently have sickle cell. Now, let's say you are a carrier, right? Like me. Your husband, your partner is also a carrier, and you have this plan in place already. And your child, unfortunately, is born with sickle cell. There's an initial diagnosis payout for the specified disease rider of $2,000. You get it immediately if this plan is already in place. It's yours. You get it immediately. And then if the child has to go into the hospital because they're newly diagnosed, you immediately begin to receive the benefits of the $400 to $800, depending on the length of time that you are in the hospital. Because you've added the child rider and the specified disease rider to this great cancer policy. The cancer policy includes the children too. So God forbid if something happens and your child is diagnosed with cancer, you get all of these components, all of these moving pieces in this one policy for $4.24. It's yours. It seems unreal. I will be doing an actual interview with someone who has a 6-year-old that is a sufferer of sickle cell anemia. And we're going to be talking about how this policy can positively impact their lives. So as a mother who doesn't have the disease, as a father who doesn't have the disease, but the child has the disease, at 6 years old, you have to go to the hospital. You have to take off time from work. You may have other children. How do you continue to live? How do you alleviate those days where you have to be in the hospital with your very sick child who needs their mother, that needs their father? $400 a day is a life changer. It's a game changer. $800 a day is a game changer. And let's face it, with sickle cell anemia, you're going to have to go to the hospital. You're going to have to go to the doctor. You're going to suffer. It's painful. It's a wretched disease. And if you don't know anything about sickle cell anemia, I encourage you to be informed. Learn about it. So is this plan worth it? Is $24 worth it? Some may say yes. Some may say no. However, if you're in the state of North Carolina, and if you decide to say yes, it's worth it, please contact me, 919-592-1525. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation, and let me answer the question of, is it real? Please have a wonderful day. Again, this is Yvette Saddle-Halme, the owner and founder of KYC Insurance Agency. Please give me a call. Let's talk. Have a good day.